Oh. Hello everyone, welcome back to the Kia Hyundai channel. My name is Gabby.
And I'm Charlotte.
And today we're filming a very exciting vehicle. What's her name?
Her name is Rio.
And does she dance in the sand?
Just like a river?
Twisting through the dusty land.
Yes.
But seriously, we're filming the 2023 Kia Rio EX Premium. Now this is the top of the line model for the entry-level vehicle on Kia's lineup. However, there is absolutely nothing entry-level about this vehicle. There is seriously so much in this vehicle. It's quite surprising actually. So we're going to do a full walkthrough interior and exterior, explain some of the features, and then talk about our favorite things about the Rio. Now Charlotte's actually quite special here because she's had a lot of experience with the Kia Rio herself as a daily driver. So do you want to touch on that a little bit?
Yeah, for sure. So if you guys don't know, I drive demos here from the dealership, and I had a Rio as my demo for a long time. It was probably one of the longest demos that I've had, and I loved it. I used it for my daily driving, and during that time in my life I did a lot of in-city driving, so we'll talk about a little bit about the fuel economy, and for me it generally performed better than what was stated. And guys, you're going to be surprised about how much space you can fit in this vehicle, because I was driving this vehicle.
How much space you can fit in it?
How much stuff you can fit in the vehicle. How much space there is in this vehicle, with this vehicle.
Yes.
In the fact that we'll show you the trunk, but I was actually able to fit my entire life, drive it up to school, and it was my car. And I did it in one trip. So 3-hour drive.
Woo!
Yeah.
All right, so like I mentioned earlier, full walkthrough. However, we just want to touch on one point, and that is actually 3 points. So we do these videos every single weekday, and we usually do them live. We do them for a couple different reasons. So number one is you may own a Kia or Hyundai vehicle. We want to give you all the information there is to know about them, almost like an owner's manual, but maybe a bit more entertaining. Number two,
we're sliding it over to me. Number two is that if you guys are considering buying a new car or a used car that would be new to you, we would love it if you considered Kia or Hyundai as a brand. They've got some really cool stuff. It's nowhere near what you're thinking about when you think Kia or Hyundai 10, 15 years ago.
And then number three, if you do land on purchasing a Kia or Hyundai vehicle and you live in Ontario, which is in Canada, why not buy it from one of our stores? So me and Charlotte work at Brantford Kia. That's where we film every day. However, we also have Brantford Hyundai, which is about 10 minutes down the road, and Owen Sound Hyundai, which is a bit more north. Now that that's out of the way, let's get into the video. We'll show you how you can join our next live, so you can catch us in real time as we're filming. Wah! So to catch us live, all you have to do is go to our YouTube channel. It's called the Kia Hyundai channel because we film Kia and Hyundais. And then at around 2 p.m. on the weekdays, you'll see we have a video that's listed as upcoming under our live tab. All you have to do is click on the video itself. It'll load you in, and then you're watching live with us. One of the benefits of doing these videos live is that you guys can actually ask us right over there questions. You can let us know what you think of the vehicle, whatever you want to. I see a lot of things about our wiper blade video. Whatever you want to say to us, you can say to us. And at the end of our walkthrough, we always go back and answer your guys' questions that we may have missed during the walkthrough. But now, let's get into it. So I'm going to talk about the exterior and, of course, the powertrain that's behind this vehicle. I got the hood up right now, so let's start with that. For the Kia Rio, it is powered by a 1.6-liter 4-cylinder MPI engine. You have 120 horsepower with 113 pound-feet of torque. It's not a race car, however, it is quite peppy. I always tell my customers that you'll be pleasantly surprised with how much power it actually does have while still remaining extremely efficient. Very, very efficient. I'm going to drop this down so we can take a look at the front grille. The EX Premium, like I mentioned, is the top-of-the-line model for the Rio, so it does have a couple different styling elements that I'll touch base on right now. So we have a lot of chrome accents around the front grille with some shiny piano black as well. The bottom, or lower grille, I should say, is also blacked out. This vehicle is equipped with forward collision avoidance assist, which means that if it senses the risk of a collision, it will apply emergency braking. So once it senses the time to collision is far too close, it'll give you a warning, and then if you fail to react, your vehicle will legitimately brake for you, avoiding a collision. On top of that, you also have a camera located right in the center of your windshield that monitors the lanes ahead of you. It's going to let you know if you're departing either on the left or right side from your lane, so if you don't signal your lane changes, your car will freak out at you. Don't worry, you can turn it off, but it will give some correction as well. On top of that, lane departure warning, it'll give you steering assistance. So as it sees the road ahead of you curve, your vehicle will start to turn as well, which is very nice. Our headlights, one of my favorite things about this vehicle, we have a mix of halogen. Thank you for that one subscriber that corrected me last week. Halogen. Oh my gosh.
It's the Gabby translation.
Yeah, it's, guys, I haven't done a live video in a week. Cut me some slack. But we got LED daytime running lights and positioning lights, and then of course a regular halogen bulb. We also have fog lights integrated into the EX premium trim level, so that's something that you don't get in the lower trims on the Kia Rio. Now for our wheels, we get these stunning 17-inch alloys. I think they look amazing. Definitely an upgrade from the wheels on the other Rio trim levels. And for our mirrors, we do have a side turn signal indicator, and on the flip side, so the mirror portion, you can see we have our icon for our blind spot collision avoidance. So that will of course light up if there is a vehicle either in your left or right blind spot, and it will beep at you if you signal your turn to let you know that there's a car there avoiding a collision. Another thing we have on the EX Premium is these stunning chrome door handles, again adding to the nice sportier look on this trim.
Ronnie's asking for MSRP, and we've got it right there.
So glad you mentioned it. I was just about to talk about it. So for our base price, we have 22,995 Canadian dollars, and I'll also show you guys the combined fuel efficiency. So highway and city combined is 6.7 liters per 100 kilometers, because we are in Canada. I don't know the miles per gallon, but it's still a very, very fuel efficient car.
Yes, this car's great. The gas tank, we were talking about the size of it. It's what, 45 liters?
45 liters, yeah.
So if you want to figure out what your fuel is going to look like, your fuel cost, and calculate based off of that, there you go. This vehicle, it always performed better than that for me when I was driving it. Like I said, I'd primarily stop and go city driving.
Yeah, depending on how you drive and if you implement cruise control or you're just more general cautious driver, you'll definitely see better numbers. Now for the back. Charlotte, did you want to talk a little bit about back here?
Okay guys, so like I said, when I was driving this car, this is the trunk space that I used to move my whole life. I moved from Brantford to Owen Sound. This is the space.
Her life fits in the Rio5.
Yes.
And Charlotte, I don't think you're a light packer.
No. Oh no, I'm horribly inconvenient.
All right, under the floorboard, we do have a tire mobility kit. However, you can see there is tons of room for an actual spare tire if you do choose to purchase one. So peace of mind, especially if you are using this vehicle for lots of highway driving or commuting, I would definitely recommend a spare. Now this is removable. It's just a cargo cover, unclips from these little latches here, and then you have more height to work with. Your rear seats also do fold down. So that's about it for the trunk. There is quite a lot of room back here. Before we move around to the interior, I'll also point out that we have our backup camera located right over there, and a very convenient handle located right underneath the Kia to open your latch. Now we'll head back to the front. And before I let Charlotte into the car, I'm going to show you my favorite feature to ever exist. And it's so simple, but this will seriously, I don't know, save your life. Not save your life, but make your life more convenient. So as long as you have the key somewhere on you, it can be in your hand, in your pocket, or in your bag, and you walk up to your door, you see this little black button here. All you have to do is give it a push, and it'll either unlock or lock your vehicle's door for you. On top of that, this is a push to start vehicle, so I don't actually have to touch my key if I don't want to. Hop in, start my car, and go wherever I need to go. Now with that being said, here's your keys, Charlotte.
Oh, thank you.
Here's your keys, Charlotte.
That worked. That would have been such a good transition.
It's so hard. These videos are so live.
So we are going to pop into the vehicle now. You guys can get an overview of what the inside looks like. So we do have nice cloth seats in this vehicle. A lot of people complain that they don't think cloth is as comfortable. I personally find these seats to be very comfortable, and like I said, I've clocked a lot of hours driving in a Rio, also driving in a vehicle with cloth seats. But no, seriously, they are great. If you want to take a look at the driver's door, you can see that we have our normal controls, so mirror controls, left, right, child lock, lock, unlock, automatic window for the driver, but not for the rest of your passengers, and nice convenient pocket down here as well. When it comes to adjusting your seat, it is a manual controls. So if that's your thing, you're in luck. If not, that's okay too. This vehicle's great for a reason. I'm just gonna move my seat all the way back, that way we can show you what the space will look like in the rear.
Just got a comment from Christian saying the screaming made him jump, and I can already see all the hate comments we're gonna get.
Sorry about that. Yeah, I'm not surprised. Sometimes I forget that I'm wearing a mic and I'm like, oh, I probably need to chill. All right, so let's show the inside. So first of all, you do have a vent over here, so you're gonna get some nice climate control coming, and it does have automatic climate control in this vehicle, believe it or not, which is a nice feature for it to have, especially since it is considered an entry-level vehicle, not trim, but vehicle. Brightness adjuster for your 4.2-inch cluster, and then also you have your traction control, and then it is analog speedometer and analog tachometer, not digital, asides for in the center. Now, going to the safety features that Gabby mentioned, if you're looking to access them, you're able to press this notepad and go to driver's assistance, and you access it just by pressing down on the button. So you can see that we have all of the information about forward safety, lane safety, blind spot safety. So if ever you want to control that, you're able to. You also have your cruise controls on this side of the steering wheel and your media controls on this side. And guys, something phenomenal about this vehicle, especially since it is relatively affordable, leather wrapped heated steering wheel. Perfect for Canada. Trust me, it was perfect for me then. It's perfect now. And also you do have heated seats too, so everyone's gonna be nice and comfortable in this vehicle. Do you wanna come around to the side?
For sure. So another thing worth mentioning is on the key fob, it does not have a remote start button, but this vehicle does have access to Kia Connect, which allows you to start your car from your phone and preset the temperature, meaning that if it's a super hot day in the summer or a cold day in the winter, you can set your temp to exactly what you'd like.
Yes, and with having Kia Connect, you're also going to have all of your roadside and emergency assistance up here at the top too. You do have, of course, have roadside with your Kia warranty, but if you're able to press those buttons, you're able to access it too, which is excellent. So let's show the screen, and you'll see that we do have two more vents flanking it. This is 8 inches, and we can go through the menu as well. You do have quiet mode, which I love that's on this vehicle. I love that they're incorporating into almost all vehicles nowadays. Kia Connect, as Gabby mentioned, your phone projection, user's manual notifications, everything like that. Now, this vehicle, it has a feature that not even the most expensive Telluride has. And can you guess what that is?
Oh, I know.
Ooh, Gabby, what is it? Tell me more.
It's wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto.
That's exactly right. You do have a wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto in this vehicle, and that is awesome. So it's going to save you some time trying to pair everything. You can just have it set up and you're good to go. Of course, we're still going to have our radio and media controls, volume, everything like that, channel surfing the radio if you'd like. And here is your climate control, as I mentioned. So it is automatic. You got AC.
Oh.
It works, if you weren't sure. And then front and rear defrost as well, and recirculated air. Down here, you do have a nice convenience area, so if you want to set your phone that is wirelessly connected to the vehicle, that's a great spot to do it without it being, without it moving. You do have a USB for connectivity or for charging if you'd like as well as a 12-volt outlet. More room down here for any change, extra devices, anything like that. And then your controls, which I mentioned to you, your heated seats, your steering wheel, and this bad boy has sport mode. You better believe it. So Gabby talked about how this vehicle is pretty peppy when she's driving it, and it really is, especially if you flip into sport mode. And I think a lot of people would be
shocked,
would be surprised by it.
Yeah.
So if you haven't, I recommend trying to give it a ride if you can.
Mm-hmm. I've noticed cars of this size class, they're so sluggish that it feels like they don't want to move, and this car is not like that at all.
I found that a ton when I was driving it. I love driving it. I still do. I probably would buy this car if I'm being completely honest. Getting back to it, you'll see that we have a leather wrapped shifter, manual parking brake, cup holders, and then you have your center console. Now, why look down when you can look up?
So true.
That we have a lovely sunroof. So that is excellent on this vehicle. I love a sunroof, especially in the summer. And it's back all the way. And look at all, we have the nice light coming in from the fluorescent lights, not the sun, but it's okay. And arguably the best feature to come into this vehicle.
I was waiting for this.
We have a sunglass holder. They have not discontinued it, so this is the car that Kia got right, the Kia Rio. And they're discontinuing it, but it's fine.
We got a couple questions about what does the red button do on the mirror.
So that's for emergency assistance, I believe.
So as long
I've never had to use it, thankfully.
Yeah, as soon as your vehicle has been detected to be in a collision, it'll automatically call emergency services. But let's say you just need emergency services for whatever reason, you witness something and you don't have a phone on you, you can press this button here and get online with emergency services.
All right, so let's hop into the back seat.
Sure.
Is there anything you want to add up here?
I'm good. I'll open the
Perfect.
glove box real quick. So
Show that
owner's
off.
manual, you get French and English. It's quite a spacious glove box compartment, but not too much going on in there. Chrome door handles, very luxurious.
Okay. Nice and comfy back here. So again, still cloth seats, and I will point out that you do have another USB port here. So if you are sitting in the back seat, you're still able to charge your device. Driver's seat does not have a pocket, but the passenger's does, and it is fabric, has a little bit of stretch, but not as much as a leather pocket, and definitely not as much as a net pocket either. These seats, they're pretty comfortable. You have a fair bit of room on either side. And something that is nice about the vehicle is, if you've seen our videos, you know that Gabby and I will talk about if there is a large hump in the center for those sitting in the seat, and there definitely is not. You can see that it's definitely, I'm saying definitely a lot, I'm very sorry. Again, I can see the hate comments now about it. It is a lot lower. That way, if you're sitting here, your knees still aren't to your chest. You're still quite comfortable. And I am wearing heels today, so that gives me a little bit more height. That way you guys can see the headroom as if I were a taller person. So this is from the highest point in the vehicle. And then if I was sitting back in the seat, you can see that I've got more.
I don't know if I can get you. Oh, yeah, there you go.
I've tried to show it. We'll see if it works or not. Relatively, I would say it is a spacious cabin, and this is filmed with the seats moved all the way back, so with the least amount of legroom possible. That way you guys can see what it would be like if in the smallest capacity. Other than that, you've got speakers in the back seat and more cup holders. And yeah, that's what we're gonna have in this vehicle. It's a 5-seater if you weren't able to pick up on that.
Woohoo!
Woohoo! Rio.
All right, let's answer some questions. I saw a lot of good ones come in as we were filming. It seems like a lot of you guys are excited about the Kia Rio, which I'm very happy about.
They're excited about it?
Yeah.
Yes! I love that.
All
I'm gonna grab
right.
my iPad so I can read.
Okay, go from the beginning. A lot of people saying happy to see us again. It's so good to be back, seriously so good. Charlotte, what did you do on your week away?
Oh, I did not do anything.
Oh. What did you do? I was in the bush. I was camping, and then I went to a music festival. Yeah, you two are so cute together. Thank you.
We have fun.
Let's see, how much does that car cost? Okay, we answered that. What is the actual waiting time after ordering this trim? So I would say for this trim level, you're probably between 4 to 6 months. Now, if you haven't seen our videos on the Rio in the past, this is going to be the final model year for the Kia Rio5, which is the only Rio now available in Canada. What that means is I don't know when the cutoff will be for it, like when they will stop producing them. As it sits right now, we still have a couple coming in. They are sold, but the best thing to do is check. You can call our dealership, see if there's anything else incoming that's uncalled for. If you're not located anywhere near us, if you're in another province, call your local dealership, see if they have anything coming in. Because
sometimes they just get allocated, and it's not necessarily something we know, it's just they're able to give us the stock.
Yeah.
Alan is asking, can't decide between the new Sportage or Tucson. What do you prefer?
So I actually there's a couple things I like about the Tucson more than the Sportage, but I think the Sportage wins, if that makes sense.
Alan, I drive a Sportage, so I'm going to be biased, so you already know my answer.
Yeah. I do think the Tucson can be a bit more luxurious depending on what trims you're looking at.
Absolutely.
But I do prefer the styling exterior-wise of the Sportage. Let's see. Did you ask the bear about the 3 reasons why this channel exists? So we did, but he said he doesn't want to talk to us anymore, so it's fine, it's whatever. Andrew said, are they going to discontinue the Kia Rio? Yeah, so like I mentioned earlier, this is the 2023 will be the final production year for the Rios. So once they cut them off, they're gone. We're more excited that you're back, Gabby. I miss my old 2017 Rio EX. Aww. Well, I'm glad you guys are excited to see us. Gabby, what's going on with the eyelashes fund? We're not at 100,000 subscribers yet. Maybe once we hit 100,000 subscribers, I can get my eyelashes back on. Oh boy. Chris said, I like my 2023 Forte GT better. As someone who drives a Forte too, I do think I preferred the styling of a Forte more than the Rio. However, there's some major benefits of the Rio when you're comparing entry Forte to entry Rio. Yeah.
And I think it depends on what people are looking for too. Is obviously we only have the Rio5 in Canada, so it's 2 different body styles.
Yeah. Oh, Tim Gross said, well done, ladies, very informative.
Tim!
Why are you on here?
Don't work right now.
Tim's our manager, by the way.
Go help Kim move some stock.
Yeah. I want to hear Gabby say mirror instead of mirror for once. It's not going to happen. See if there's any other questions about the vehicle.
Lionel said, my wife loves her 2018 Rio. She ordered a 2024 Seltos EX. My Seltos will be here in a few weeks. That's awesome.
Nice. The windshield wiper was very helpful for me. Loved it. I was talking to one of my local I'm not sure I understand the
video.
Question. Oh, our wiper video. Yes, we love doing shorter videos like that.
Super easy.
Lately, me and Charlotte have been trying to brainstorm ideas for new, shorter videos. They're easy to watch, informative. If you guys have any ideas or any vehicle you want to see specifically or have a question about, let us know and we can make a video about it.
A lot of people ask me about the K3. Will there be an electric or FEV replacement for the Rio or something like that?
So I believe, from what we know as of now, there's nothing replacing the Rio. More so the Forte is going to be the alternative. So a smaller vehicle with more in a budget style pricing. However, I do believe there's going to be an electrification of the Forte. So nothing confirmed yet. There's no dates, but I do believe it's coming. Let's see. Watching YouTube while at work, Tim. So Tim's day off is actually today. So he's watching us watching YouTube at home. Which, Tim.
We love you, but it's okay.
Get new hobbies. I'm joking.
No.
Oh boy. Any comment on the recently revealed Kia K3? So we haven't gotten anything official for Canada at least, but I have seen some images, teaser photos of the K3, and I think it looks phenomenal.
A lot of it is, I don't even know if it's revealed for the US. It's saying it could come to the US.
Yeah.
So generally if a full vehicle would go to them,
it's usually coming up. I presume
we would see something, but probably different trims.
Right. You guys should do a Rio hatchback versus a Forte 5. If we could get both cars at the same time, we totally would, but...
There was a customer driving one today.
Oh, like a service customer? Or?
I'm not sure. It was on the lot.
Oh.
I know. I saw that and I was like,
I
don't see them a lot, that's why.
I believe it's something we've already filmed in the past, though. It would have been a previous model year vehicle, but we've definitely shot that in the past. All right. Does the Rio come with the real spare? No. So we showed earlier in today's video under the floorboard in the trunk of the vehicle, it comes with the mobility kit. However, there's an input or a crater big enough to put a spare tire. So you could definitely purchase one and put it in there. A lot of smaller vehicles in the size class go with the tire mobility kits just for ease of use. Yeah. I think we should probably end off today's live video shortly.
Probably.
So it doesn't go too long. We'll grab a couple more questions.
Yes. If there's any more questions.
Let's see. How often should you wax the car and what brand of wax or cleaner should I use? What do you use on tires? So I'm not the best at detailing questions. I'm really good at interior detailing my car, but when it comes to the outside, I could use some work. We always wax our vehicles for delivery on the I might have to do a video on proper paint care.
Oh, sure.
Let's do it.
We've done matte paint care.
Yeah, we've done matte paint
Not
care,
pearl.
but our dealership uses Bloomco products, I believe. So the wax is by them. Now, for personal use, I don't have any wax recommendations. I'm sorry.
I just use what's here.
Yeah, honestly. Let's see. No Rio 5 or Forte 5 in the States.
Yeah, that's right.
All right, should we end off the video?
All right, yeah.
Thank you guys so much again for watching and for the warm welcome back. It's good to be back. Me and Charlotte will be back with a bunch more live videos, and I'll be back tomorrow with the Hyundai vehicle.
Woohoo.
So you're not going to miss out on your Hyundai product.
Stay tuned.
Yes. And should we mention, what's it, Phone Call Friday or Phone In Friday?
Oh, yes. So not this upcoming Friday, but next Friday. I believe that's, what, the 25th?
Yes.
That is our last Friday of the month.
Believe it or not, that's crazy.
I know. So that means it's Phone In Friday, so that's going to be your Q&A. So think about some questions that you want to and put it in your calendar because we want to talk to you guys. We want to answer some questions.
Some good
about
questions.
Anything and everything.
Maybe wax on cars.
Yeah.
You know? You have a sale here. A couple of people saying don't go. I'm so sorry, guys, but we've got to go.
We'll see you soon, though.
All the more reason to watch our past videos. Okay, take care. See you
Bye.
soon.